No score as we're set to start the fifth. It'll be Tino Martinez, Jorge Posada, and Shane Spencer due up for New York. Martinez hit with the first pitch of the inning, and that one hammered foul. 0-1. Martinez hit leading off the second inning. It's been a big time season for Martinez. 34 home runs, the third time in his career he's hit 30 or more homers. Second time as a Yankee after a disappointing 2000 campaign, and many well aware that Martinez is a free agent at season's end. Well, I tell you, this guy's been a good player for the Yankees. I know they're all talking about Jason Giambi and whether or not maybe they'll go out and try to pursue him. I mean, that's all the talk, all the rumors and so forth, but Tino's been a pretty darn good player for a long time.
Yes, he has been an excellent player, and in Tino's defense of where he plays next year, if the Yankees aren't offering the type of deal, I don't think they're going to offer him the type of deal that's going to want to make him stay here, even if they don't go out and get somebody else. The Baltimore Orioles very interested in him. Tino's going to probably command upwards of the $10 million mark from what I'm hearing from the Baltimore area for 3 or 4 seasons. Brian Cashman, the GM of the Yankees, may not be willing to do that, sitting next to Reggie Jackson. Of course, Rick Cerrone, the PR director of the Yankees as well. Reggie with the New York Police Department hat on.
Of course, Brian Cashman doesn't know if he's coming back to be able to sit across the table from Tino Martinez to talk about a contract. Well, isn't that hard to believe? I mean, it's never me to tell anybody how to run their business, but to think that Brian Cashman, the general manager, and Joe Torre, the manager, winners of 4 of the last 5 World Series, including the last 3. And Joe told us before the game, it looks real good. His contract's going to get done. But it's hard to believe that you'd be talking about the manager of the New York Yankees with all that they've done over the last 5 years on October the 13th, and he doesn't have a contract.
Cashman as well, job security. How can it not be secure in their situations? But George likes to have guys on pins and needles. He likes them to go out there and earn their paycheck every year.
3-2 to Martinez. Lined into center field, right at Damon. Hardest hit ball of the night for the Yankees. We asked Barry Zito, now that his team is up 2-0, have they become the hunted rather than the hunter?
I think it might be like that just because we went out and we played them so well in the first 2 games. And, you know, they're really raring to get us now instead of the opposite, and maybe how it was for us coming into the series is, you know, these are the big Yanks and we got to take them out and this and that. And, you know, we were kind of the underdog and stuff like that. So I think to an extent, you know, I mean, if you're down 2-0 in a series, regardless of the circumstance, you know, you're fired up. You want to get going. You want to at least get back in the series 2-1.
And that's exactly the way Joe Torre said it. All they're thinking about is winning this game. Worry about tomorrow. The A's would rather have a day off tomorrow. That one launched into deep left center field. And it is gone. A solo home run into left field by Jorge Posada. So the scoreless streak ends at 15 innings for the Yankees. And New York a 1-0 lead.
Well, Posada told me yesterday that he was going to do the same thing. He tried to look for one pitch and try to get the fastball on the inside part of the plate and hope that he'd miss out over the middle with it enough for him to get a good swing at one.
Well, the Yankees have their first lead of the series, and this one smoked down the left field line by Spencer. And he's on his way to second base with a 1-out double. Well, all of a sudden, 3 hard hit balls in the inning against Zito. The liner to center by Martinez, the homer by Posada, and now a double by Spencer.
Well, here's the Posada home run that we talked about. Look at the location of this ball. Right down dead central. Posada, who's become, you know, really a mainstay in this Yankee organization behind the plate after it took so long when Joe Girardi and he were splitting time. He's happy about hitting that one. That one, it was a mistake by Zito, left out over the middle of the plate.
Posada hit 22 home runs during the regular season. The first hit of the game, the first run of the game for the Yankees. That one lined into center field, and Damon's got it, has to go into the air. Well, the Yankees not fooling around here in the fifth. They're hacking early, hacking often, and hitting it right on the screws.
Well, you get to the point in the game when a guy will start to make an adjustment on what you're doing as far as the pitcher is concerned, and the pitcher has to make another adjustment back. And if you fall into patterns and guys start thinking that they're going to see the same pitch in certain situations, then you have to change your pattern as a pitcher.
Now Brocious with 2 down. Spencer in scoring position. Fastball to knees on the outside corner. The Yankees obviously have not done much offensively. Only 1 of 12 with runners in scoring position in the series. Popped up short center. Damon on to get it, and that'll end the inning, but not before the Yankees strike first. They were no hit by Zito through 4 1/3, and then this 1-0 New York.